Hi, this is JilliBling. I have another project using little note cards. So little note card about this size, and this is sample number 4. I'll show you the others here in just a minute, but it's using the Golden Greenery bundle. And I would like to say that I was trying to make these really easy, really simple, but as each one progresses, I'm putting more and more on it. This one, all you have to do at the bottom is write your name and you're done. Are you like that, or do you like to write a lot? If you like to write a lot, just leave that out and you can write on both sides. So this is today's project, and the little envelope comes in the pack. I'll show you the catalog. And in the catalog there are white. At one time there were the vanilla, and I have a whole bunch of them, but you could make your own note cards in vanilla if you like. And this paper, the Golden Greenery paper, is really nice because it coordinates with both white and vanilla. So when you have this paper in front of you, I don't know if you could see it here, there's areas in the background behind the gold detailing on the paper. The background is partially white and partially vanilla, which is very convenient depending on what color you like. Today I'm focusing on the vanilla, but the white is just fine too. So this is today's project. I'll show you, this is number 4. I'll show you 1, 2, and 3. So this one is number 3. And this is the video before with a little matching envelope. And this is number 2, Cherry Cobbler. This one is a little more simple. I mean, you can make a lot of these. I mean, if you did all of them just like that, they'd be beautiful. And number 1, hold on, it's a little crazy, but it's still beautiful. So the envelope is lined, the flap is, and then here is the card front. I think the vellum with the gold detail on it makes it a little bit crazy. See there, that one's a bit more simple on the inside, but it's still beautiful. Okay, so this is today's project. I'll put these off to the side. And online on Pinterest, Monica Formosa had all kinds of ideas, and this idea, this is something similar to hers. So I just want to give her credit. Monica, thanks for sharing. Okay, so here are our papers. Oh, you don't need that. Oh, the paper cut sizes, I'll put them in the video description for all of the cards. And in the catalog on page 17 is basic white note cards and envelopes. That's the same size as this. The designer paper, it's beautiful. We'll use at least a little bit from each of the sheets. You won't see any of the striped or any of the plaid gingham because we're using it for these images. The page with the plaid, you had to fussy cut everything except for the single large bell and the single small bell. Everything else you have to fussy cut. And this page with the stripes, there's a die to cut out every single thing. How convenient is that? How quick would that make your cards? Okay, so here we go. Here is, I feel something down here. Well, let's do the envelope first. So, I'm just gonna put heat glue. Then I'll just set it off to the side to dry, and then I'll trim it. Put this at the top. Okay, and then I'll trim off this excess designer paper in just a few minutes. Okay, so here's the card base. Fold it in half. Okay, and then these are inside pieces. this piece is going to be stuck down, and chances of me cutting, because I'm not that much of a perfectionist. I try to be, but I'm not. This paper has both the vanilla and the white on the background too. I might have to trim some of this after I put it on the card front, which is fine. Get in that corner, the bottom, yeah, I'm gonna have to do some trimming. And then I'm gonna put this, I just need to slide it a little bit over. It's a little bit short. Okay, and yeah, I have a little bit of trimming to go right in here. So to do that, you can use your paper cutter if you'd like, but this works out pretty good. And it's just gonna be just a little sliver, but I don't want someone to open the card and see those dots from the paper on the inside. Oh, thank you. Look at this. Do you know what that is? That's a 911. I'm going to be going all day long. It's almost 3 though. Okay. And my fingers are wet from the condensation. Okay. So it's just a little bit, but I'd rather it be off. Like this one, that's quite a bit. This, it could have gone up a little bit higher. I think after the whole card, the front gets decorated, it won't be that obvious that there's that little gap. Or you could take the whole card to your paper cutter, put it in place, and you could trim that off. But I think it's going to be fine. Okay, so those are done. So this paper is so pretty. I have to admit, it pains me to put this right over the top, but that's part of the plan for this one. The next one will show a lot of the designer paper. Okay. Oh, and then this tag, which is part of the Greetings of the Season bundle. They come as tags, and I cut it out, but I don't know if you could tell on here. There's just a little extra detail where I took my bone folder to the inside of the die to make it kind of a raised panel. It just looks like a whole nother sheet of paper that's perfectly cut to fit in right over the top. Doing this little trick, it makes it kind of like an imposter. It looks a little bit like it. So I'm going to put this right back in place. Maybe I could use the old washi tape to hold it. That's good. And if I didn't know better, I think I used a different die. There it is. Then I'm going to take my bone folder. And any die that has a little rim, you could do this with it. And I like this bone folder because this is a little bit pointy, and it could get into all those little crevices. And there's some dies that it really, it makes a difference. It shows a lot. This one not so much, and I think that's because this little inner edge is a little bit small. Like, oh, it's bent. So see where the stitching is right here? If the metal was a little bit bigger, you would have more of a an impact when you did that little extra step, like this one here. Like, see how much of the metal is right here? If you were to go around in a circle, just like we did, it would really accentuate that center part. That one's on this card. I don't know if that would work very good, because I'd be going over the words. Okay, and on the sample, I just stuck this to the top with glue, but I think I'm going to use dimensionals this time. Just because there's now that little raised panel. So this goes right in the middle. I'm going to put it maybe a little bit low because there's going to be the linen thread bow. Let's do that. There's going to be 2 linen thread bows on here. And they flatten out quite a bit for mailing. So it's not like a big ribbon double bow. So I'm going to do 2 of these. One for the front, one for the inside. The inside belt, because it has the hole in it, I think it really needs this bow. The one on the front, the designer paper already gave it a bow, but I still like it with the double bow up there. So that's one. And the second one. Then after we get the front of the card done and assembled, we'll use some of those neutral metallic sequins. And I was thinking, oh, we could just use the gold. But because there's white accents in here, on one of them I was trying to use the white. Let me see which one. And see these colors here? So it comes in kind of a pearl, gold, copper, and bronze. I want to use the bronze, which I did on here, because I think it picks up the accents in the bell. The gold is definitely would work because that's the foiling in the paper. But because there's bronze, just for a little different feel. This, to me, this card feels a little bit more natural. I say that as I look at all the bling, but yeah, it's pretty. Okay, so to do this, I have these pieces ready to go. Go right about there. And then this is from the plaid paper, therefore it's a fussy cut, but it won't take very long to cut out your branches. So in the evening, if you spend any time in your recliner, just bring the sheet over with you, and as you're watching TV, somewhat distracted, you could easily cut out a bunch of these. And when it comes time to making cards, you'll so appreciate it. See, that didn't take long. Okay, so to put these on, I know for sure the bell is going to go right up there by this dot. And notice how I just put one dimensional on, just so I could still tuck these pieces underneath. I think I'm going to start out with the branches. Oh, that looks better. They're the same piece. I kind of want a mirror image. Oh, that is a fussy cut piece. Oh, but it's only part. Okay, I'm going to make do with it. So this one, see this one, I like it, but see how wide it's going? I think it gets a little bit busy in here. So if I'm able to keep my greenery pieces somewhat in this little frame, I think it'd be less busy. Okay, let me try something. And I could always stick it back together with Scotch tape underneath. This was a fussy cut piece. So if this one could be here, keep in mind that pretty piece right here is going to go over the top. And then, no, that doesn't look good. Okay. We're right back to where we were. Yeah. Okay. Don't know that I have a plan yet, but I'm gonna go with it. So this is gonna go right about there. I'm trying to keep it in the Mossy Meadow frame. Then this one is going to find its friend. That one can go. I think I'm going to take some of this off. Oh, there, that's better. Be just like that, because you could see a little here. Okay. Just like that. And this one can be right about there. Okay, that'll do. So I'm going to use a few more dimensionals and some glue to stick everything down. Find where are the dimensionals. I think that'll do. Just like that. And then this can go on with a glue dot. Ooh, that little end is a little short. I'll save this one for the inside just because this end is a bit short. So this can go right up here. And I like those pieces kind of hanging down like that. So a glue dot, and I'm going to take the glue dot and fold it in half. And then I'm going to use a little glue to kind of lock it in. And also, there's some of the glue dot showing, and I don't want that to be tacky to the inside of the card. Now, bling. Let's do some of that bronze sequins. So I'll do, because this is a little empty, this side will get 2. And then 1 can go right up there. Okay, and that's going to dry clear. So there's the front. Here's inside pieces. So we have a bow. We have a big bell and some greenery, just like that. So let me stamp the words way down at the bottom in Mossy Meadow. This can go on. I think the minis are better for these little delicate pieces. So on the ends I'll do dimensionals, on the center I'll do glue. Okay, so that's going to skim right across the top, leaving a little room for the bell. So the bell will go right here. I'll put the Mossy Meadow layer on just so I can see how much room I have for the bell swaying in the wind. So that can go right there. And it's okay if it sticks out a little bit because I still have the card base. I have that room too. I could put this on. Perfect. Okay, and then a glue dot. And roll it up like a burrito. Put it right there. And then I'll lock it in. Okay, so let's finish up the envelope. And that will be it for card number 4. Just trim along. Your snips use the edge of the envelope as a guide. Okay, so project number 4. There it is. What do you think? Which one do you like best so far? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Wait till you see number 5. It's going to have a big bow on it. I've tried to hold back all this time, but it's time for a big bow. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.